This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Wednesday, the 6th of November. I'm Michael Groff. You've got some clouds out there this morning. We've got a cold front moving on through, and that's going to bring a reinforcing shot of that cooler air. Below average temperatures will continue for the rest of the week and heading toward the weekend, but then a warming trend begins, and afternoon highs get closer to, if not even just a slight bit above seasonal averages by Sunday and Monday. Do we have any shot at seeing any rain? I know you've got some clouds out there this morning, but of course, probably not for the foreseeable future. But we'll talk about that and everything else as we dive on in and get to it here. The almanac from yesterday, 74 degrees the afternoon high, 51 the morning low, and both of those are 7 degrees below those averages of 81 and 58. As we take a look outside right now here at 10:20 a.m., yes, clouds out there, but we're not going to see any rain, not with conditions like this. 61 degrees at Sky Harbor. Look at that dew point at 23. So yes, it's dry. Humidity 23%. A calm wind. The barometer is steady. Temperatures this morning, mid-50s to low 60s for the most part. I see a 35 on the board at Fort McDowell. I don't think that is current. That's probably several hours old. The satellite picture, yep, there's that cold front coming on through. And that area of low pressure will move through the four corners today. Yes, a little bit of rain and snow across parts of the eastern rim, the eastern mountains of our state. But for us, just some clouds. Those will be clearing out over the next couple of hours. The watch warning map, some winter weather advisories east of us, some wind advisories to the northwest of us, a freeze warning for the Northwest Plateau and parts of Southern California. Obviously, those higher elevations. And yes, we could see some tropical storm conditions over parts of the Florida Keys. That's in association with Raphael. And you can see on the convective outlook for today that marginal risk of severe storms in the southern tip of Florida. Speaking of, here's the tropics. There's Raphael. It's a hurricane now. And then we also have another X on the board out there northeast of the islands. That has a small chance of developing into a tropical system as it approaches the Bahamas. We'll keep an eye on it, but right now that doesn't look like it's going to amount to anything too much. Raphael, interestingly enough, this system has, well, it sure looks like, at least according to the official track for the National Hurricane Center, it's going to take that more southern track that was the outlier solution from the European that we were talking about the other day. But now it looks like it's going to not even approach the coast to the Gulf Coast of the U.S. This is going to go out there into the Gulf, and it's going to start to fizzle out. Again, it is going to encounter cooler waters, sheer, but it should not be much of a factor in the weather for us, or for the U.S. anyway, except for the Florida Keys, the southern tip of Florida, where some gusty winds, some high surf, some thunderstorms, maybe some isolated tornadoes possible as this crosses over the southern tip of Cuba as a hurricane. This may briefly become a Category 2, but then it will weaken as it moves toward the western Gulf. And the modeling on this kind of now coming into line with the European, which was the correct model this entire time. Look at that. The ATCF set on Raphael, tropical model set, taking it west, GFS ensemble, European ensemble. Actually, the European ensemble is tracking it even further south than before, and some of these models, the ensemble mean, taking it into the Bay of Campeche there. So that's an interesting solution. Closer to home, the precipitation outlook. This is valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing statewide. Yes, a little light precipitation over the eastern mountains with this cold front coming on through, but other than that, not much to be had. We'll talk about why that is, what's going on with this weather pattern in more detail. To do that, we explore the models. Here we go. The GFS, the 12Z run, valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. There's that upper low cold core system coming on through. A little cold front dragging through here as well. Dry northerly to northwesterly flow. Cool air advection behind this. What it means for us down at the surface for the rest of the day today. Yeah, some clouds right now. Will turn mostly sunny, though, later. High temperatures, upper 60s, low 70s. We're not going to get a whole lot warmer than we are right now as of the time I'm recording this video. And then for tonight, with that cooler, drier air, overnight lows, upper 30s to upper 40s for us. And then tomorrow, this should be the coolest day of the forecast period with high temperatures mid to upper 60s in Phoenix. But we will have plenty of sun out there. Thursday night, Friday morning, we'll start the day out in the upper 30s in the cool spots. I'd say mid 40s for the urban core. High temperatures will top out in the upper 60s to about 70. And then as we head toward the weekend, here's Saturday. High temperatures should be back in the low and middle 70s. Warm it up a little bit more on Sunday. Highs upper 70s, low 80s. Same thing Monday. Upper 70s, low 80s, mostly sunny. Overnight lows, 40s and low 50s during this time. Tuesday, got another trough approaching from the north and west, but again, as we have talked about for a while, this looks to be a fairly progressive pattern, and precipitation should stay generally to the north of us. We can't rule out an isolated rain or snow shower for the northern part of the state, but for the most part, just a few clouds coming through with this, and temperatures should retreat a few degrees back toward the mid, maybe upper 70s. Here's a week from today. This is Wednesday, the 13th. That trough is moving out toward the plains, ridging building in. Note an upper low is well off to the south and west of us, and we've been talking about that on some of these model runs for a while. We'll see how that plays out, but for now, it looks like dry conditions will follow this system, and temperatures probably heading back towards slightly above average levels. Going out 10 days, this is Friday the 15th. Another trough is approaching us from the north and west, positive tilt, and that could, I say, bring maybe some increase in clouds and the possibility of some precipitation way out there toward 10 days. But again, this is out there toward the realm of fantasy, so we'll have to see how that plays out in future model runs. But for now, maybe some more unsettled weather and cooler temperatures way out toward the end of next week. But if we look at precipitation, rainfall off the European ensemble, this goes all the way out through the 20th of the month, and it sure doesn't look like we're going to see much of anything here. GFS ensemble, same story. Looks pretty dry. Several members bringing in some degree of precipitation, but really not much to be had there. Temperatures off the national blend of models. Obviously, tomorrow, that'll be the coolest day, upper 60s in here, and then it's got us warming into the 80s next week. But again, this isn't ridiculous for November. It is above average, but we've had quite a nice run of below average temperatures, so you knew at some point the 80s would come back. But we'll see a mix in there, 80s, upper 70s, probably slightly cooler, especially again toward the very end of next week and maybe that following weekend. We could see a downtrend in temperatures. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, then click that thanks icon below the video. Make those monetary contributions to us, or you can donate directly via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is the PayPal address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name. It's called Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her blogs, videos, and everything else Michelle related linked up down in the description. You can also check out our streaming station. That is Michelle and Mike related. It's also linked up down in the description, or you can tune in directly at KMGX.com. That is KMGX.com for our delightful streaming station where we play thousands of songs. It's just a fun, chaotic mix of music. Lots of cool stuff going on there. All right. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support. So greatly appreciated. Please be safe. And you guys have yourselves a delightful rest of your Wednesday.